But Adam, if I could ask one last juicy question to you directly, like, do you think that there's any coming back between you and TRell and AD? Because truth be told, like, DoKnow especially, I talk to him on a monthly basis, you feel me? He's someone I still keep tabs on. Along with TRell, AD, you know, we chime in every now and then. And, you know, I talk to you maybe like every other week or so online. You know, we might chime in. But do you guys ever see yourself kind of like rekindling what was No Jumper?
I won't close the door on anything.
Okay, you're open to it.
Businessman.
It's not like I could never see it happening. But that would be very hard for me to imagine. I will say that.
I think TRell's at a point where he's like, nah, fuck dude. I'm not doing anything about him. But I would love to see y'all, because it was like
a reunion.
I feel like I was watching The Simpsons and shit. You know what I'm saying? When I see you guys on camera, it was just funny. It was entertaining. But I think both of y'all in your nature, you guys are both successful individuals where it's like you guys have gone to the point where you guys are at because you're stubborn. You know what I mean? Because you proved everybody wrong. When people told you not to do it, you did it and it worked out.
I mean, he would have to get permission from the man of the house. So.
Oh my goodness.
Adam,
Jesus.
I remember talking to Flacco about maybe like a week or so after I was fired and being like, bro, like, what the fuck, No Jumper? Y'all fools are done, dog. Like, I remember telling Flacco, like, it's a wrap. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, bro, in a matter of months, none of this shit's gonna mean nothing. Like No Jumper is a huge platform. What Adam built is like so all-encompassing that none of that's gonna even be relevant. And guess what?
I had a lot of that going through my head on like the honeymoon era and shit.
Right.
A lot of self-reflection. A lot of like, damn.
Did it ever got you down to tears?
Nah.
Okay, yeah, that'd be too deep.
Nah.
The same shit.
Hey, you know what?
I don't got feelings like that.
No, I don't lie. Fully feels cry.
Fucking No Jumper, fool. The notebook.
I probably shed some tears over No Jumper.
You did?
I probably shed some tears
No,
over
I
that
mean,
shit.
there were, it was
No,
definitely.
you're this. No, you're this. No, you're this.
It was definitely some moments where I'm like, that sucks. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so addicted to turning the page in my life and just finding out what that next chapter beholds.
Which
you know what I mean?
I have that in me as well, but
I got that itch constantly
But
where it's like
being-
I'm open to new experiences.
but
That's what
being
life should
in
be
my
about.
fucking fifth decade, which is 40 years old. So I'm 42. You
Oh
feel me?
shit.
So like being that
You're
age,
like 58.
like I know I look like I'm fucking 70. Years of abuse, homie. Years of abuse.
But
So when I got to a certain point, it made me like, I was like, damn. When No Jumper came into my life, that was a godsend. And I already thought that it was a wrap for a player, and just the specific turn of events that was my life. So I was super grateful when No Jumper cracked off, and then when I lost that. Because of my own ineptitude. And
Yeah,
you
that
feel
was
me?
insane watching from outside. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, that was a crazy
Adam,
ass
you were
arc.
pissed off.
I was pissed. But let's be real. Like, I feel like what we're building now will be stronger as
Way
a result
greater.
of the fact that
Way
we went
greater.
through that. And
Way
realistically,
Yeah, and
and
I think-
my only like thing in retrospect is I wish that I had
Signed
made it less
contracts?
personal so that we had been able to get past it faster.
Do you think you should have signed contracts?
Well, that's another conversation.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this.
Because you
Maybe,
did
I
give
don't know.
I feel
us.
like,
Okay.
let me ask you this, and I've been wanting to know this for a long time. Do you feel like if I had just fucking kept my mouth shut for the first few months, we probably could
Yeah,
have
you
solved
fucking
all this
rap,
shit a lot
fool.
quicker?
Get me ratting, fool.
Chill.
Come on.
Yeah, but you know what I think about
snitch.
sometimes too in
right?
general
Come on.
is I just think about like if I had just like been the good guy after everything, like in general, if I had just fully been like, you know what, all right, because I tried that for a while. For a while there, I was like not really
Not gonna
talking about
lie,
anybody.
Adam was playing the good guy.
I wanted
you were
to,
the butt of the joke.
but
for,
then
for
I
like
ended up
9
going
months.
in the exact opposite direction with the big 22 type shit and everything, which I kind of,
Tooster.
I don't know. I do think about that a lot. I was like, damn, like I could have played it in a way where it would have made anyone, or it would have made other people look like bad people, and it would have made me look good. But I didn't really have like the patience to do that,
Okay.
and I kind of like play that scenario out of my
Now
head
let me
sometimes.
ask you this.
And I had
One
people-
second.
sorry,
If I had
sorry.
just been like
Go ahead.
Mr. Maturity
Let me
and just
just-
kind of push that line.
Now let me ask you this follow-up question, Adam. Now this is a comment coming from like everyone just watching. What is it going at TRell and AD that got you motivated now?
Oh, he keep ready.
because all
No,
right,
I'm just questions out
He
there.
came ready. He infiltrated. Oh, he infiltrated.
Nothing personal, that's it.
They're not
We're a sick word.
disrespectful questions. They're not juicy.
No, that's okay.
That's good shit.
it's a
Fool.
good
Let's take a
question.
shot.
This is my thing: is that AD called me like a couple weeks before the whole shit fell apart, and he had a conversation with me where he was like, I just want you to know you're my brother, and even if shit doesn't work out with us on a friendship level or whatever, like I just want to let you know that I respect you and I appreciate everything that you did to like make my life better and all this type of shit. And I really appreciated that, and that meant a lot to me. And then when it became clear to me that that was just total bullshit and that he actually was like totally happy to like create a bunch of bullshit narratives about me on the way out the door to basically like make himself look good, that just like created a hatred in me that also extends to like TRell and Smack. And a lot of times I'll just find myself in the car just like listening to King Von and just thinking about them and just thinking like,
You cannot be serious.
no, I am serious. That I just have like, there's just a level of bitterness that you could have for somebody once they've like really shown you their true colors that just like turned them into Wooski for me.
So it was something you hadn't experienced.
Exactly. I've never
been betrayed a couple times.
I've had people betray me back in the BMX days. Obviously, there was like, you know, people that would just do weird, like underhanded shit, whatever. Like I've been through all this shit a million times. I'm 40. I've like been successful to a certain extent in the public eye for like almost 20 years with the BMX shit before the no jumper shit. And so I've been through the fucking ringer of like being talked about online and had people like, but I've never had somebody like really just create like a fake fucking narrative about me. And like even like the months preceding it of like there was just a lot of shit that I had to deal with from them that I just like really did not appreciate. And so it's like, could I ever get over it? Yeah, for sure. Is it really that serious? Not really. Like at the end of the day, talking about it doesn't even really like benefit me that much at this point, where it's just not really like the people are kind of sick of it. It's so meta at this point, and I see it. I see it with Joe Budden. Right? I see it with Joe Budden and Rory and Mal, where it's like they diss each other all the time now. And if I didn't subscribe to Danny from the Stop, I would have no fucking idea, because it's just not like it doesn't rise to the level of interest
Rory and
that
Mal
the
are
main
outside of my algorithm. No disrespect.
Yeah.
I literally see nothing.
But like if Rory and Mal are going to be successful, it's not going to be because they did another great episode talking shit about Joe Budden. Like the people just don't really give a fuck. I'm cool.
So you're pretty much indifferent. Like if y'all want to talk, we could. But you also said you're bumping King Von with them in mind. So like, yeah, I mean, if they came, let's set up the situation. If they came knocking on your door like, biggest bro, I rock with you, I love you, Adam.
Biggest
like,
bro.
That's such a weird
biggest
slang.
brother.
That's such a strange thing to say. When you guys named it that, and I heard like people, you guys actually like saying it in conversation. Like, is that from a meme or something?
I just said one day like, oh, biggest bro, I fuck with you, compa. Like biggest bro just sounds crazy, and then they were like, oh, what's the name? Like, all right, biggest bro. But no, back to the point. Like if they came respectfully and like, you know what, man, we were fucking with you, gang. I think that what you have towards DoKnow is like uncalled for. DoKnow doesn't mean it.
Yeah, what?
I got no problem with DoKnow.
What's the beef?
You're a meanie.
What?
You're a meanie.
Why? I said I made fun for being fat like once or twice, right?
Yeah, it's not that serious.
Dude, he made a whole YouTube video why I left No Jumper. I didn't even watch it, but I bet there was some shit in there I wouldn't have liked. So I fucking called him fat a couple times. But I got nothing against DoKnow. I mean,
like tortas.
calling him fat is like him calling me white. It's objective.
Tortita.
No Diddy.
Did he hit Janet?
Hey, no Diddy. No, hell no.
No,
That'd be fire.
Better not.
I'll
Look,
cop
hey, look.
Oh, he better not.
Hey,
I wanna see
look,
that too.
Mary fuck kill. No Diddy. TRell, AD, DoKnow.
Marry DoKnow.
Hold on. You're asking him a gay question.
I'll marry
I said
DoKnow
no
because
homo.
I think DoKnow is actually like a decent dude. I got no real issue
marry
with him on a personal level.
Who you fucking?
He's cool.
So you marry him.
TRell.
Who do you fucking fucking?
TRell gotta die. And I'm not gonna lie, AD, you looking kind of thick these days. So
He's God.
What is wrong with you? What about Smack?
and he deserves it too.
Where's
Smack? Yo, you see Smack with the blower? That shit was giving D-Lo. That shit was funny as fuck. He's screaming at the camera, pointing the fucking gun at the phone. I ain't seen that move in a while. That was very young boy.
Sit on my lap, bitch.
Sit on my lap, fool.
Sit on my lap, fool.
Jesus Christ. I'm going to go pee real quick.
I don't need, fool.
1 second.
You gotta take that shot, fool.
Not,
I gotta pee after him.
at a certain point, you know what I mean? Like I feel like for me, during that time period, there's a lot of, first of all, I know this about you. I know that you had expressed, and this is, I'm not saying anything that wasn't already said on the podcast. You had expressed that you felt like you didn't know who to trust, and you didn't, like, you were very, like, hesitant to open yourself up to other people. Pause. Because
I already had that.
You already
but
had
for
that
sure it
going
made it
on.
worse. Yeah.
But that, and this is before, this is when I'm still on the pod, you were expressing that sentiment. So after that, and like the betrayal that I was a part of as well, just which I'm pretty sure at this point you realize wasn't done in a malicious manner at all.
No, I get it.
It's
for
more
sure,
just
yeah.
me being a fucking retard, you know what I mean? Like, than anything else. But so there's that, and then you look at the whole thing of like, I had other people from over there being like, "Oh, Lush, we're gonna fuck with you. We're gonna put you on.
I remember
We're
this.
gonna work
I
with
remember
you."
that.
So,
Yeah.
and this is like genuine sentiments. Like, I'm not trying to pull up fucking, you know, receipts or whatever, but that was something that was expressed to me and then wound up never happening. So I was just like, oh, I'm a fucking loser. I was already fucking on the verge of suicide before I came to No Jumper. And then I lost the one thing I had going for me. And then these fools who I thought were low-key the homies were fucking with me. And they seemed to like be cool, but I don't really know what's up. Beyond like my own, like the few friends that I had in life that actually cared about me beyond whatever I could do for them. And then at any given moment, I felt like these people might be cool, but then they like never followed up. And there's mutual.
I feel like
Does that make sense to you?
I
at
feel
all?
like I had this realization that the fans have also had en masse, which is like TRell sucks. Like, he's just a weak ass dude. Like, he's not a good person. He's super selfish. He's a piece of shit. And I'm not saying that you gotta agree with that or anything, but I feel like that is just the most important thing that I want to get across.
Well, I will say this. I will say this, and this is like, look, and I've been very, very. I've stayed out the fucking fray, you know, despite the fact that it's advantageous for me to push whatever No Jumper agenda, hence the 22 Sir agenda exists. I've been very, very, like, I've stayed out of it. And there's so many easy fucking layup jokes that I could have made, like, because I'm intelligent enough of a person who would put two and two together, but I didn't. And that's regarding so many other individuals. And not that I'm not an easy target too, because I know I am, you feel me? But I've stayed out of that shit. But I will say straight up, I felt like motherfuckers were acting like they were going to include me in shit that I wound up not being included in it. And then all of a sudden, if there was any motion for me, like, oh, if Lush One relapsed, if Lush One is crashing out on the 22, all of a sudden I'll get a phone call like, yo, Lush, what you got to say about this? But there was nothing beyond that. Now, are they obligated to fuck with me? Absolutely not. They have no obligation to me. However, the reciprocal of that is I have no obligation to you as well.
Right.
And if there are people that have been good to me,
What you walking into? though?
I'm not talking to him directly.
Two beer lush.
Double fisted the sauce sipping bandit.
That's why that's why his
with-
knee pads are ripped.
With the sleeves still exposed. You crazy, bro.
No, his knees are bruised for a
Pants
reason.
rolled up.
What the fuck is it?
Insane, bro. Nah, you tripping right now. You gotta put it down, bro.
Hey, fool, hey, why is your knee pads up?
How do I
fool?
dress cool?
You already slipped
No,
already.
that's hard, but you're on some like Benjamin Franklin.
Hey, you feel me? To be or not to be, whatever
you
the
know
fuck
what
that
I'm
fool
saying?
said.
We chilling,
$100.
though. We chilling.
Look, with that being said, ultimately, I just felt like Adam actually is the person that believed in me, and if I had been more loyal to Adam from Jump Street, I probably we could have avoided a lot of things that happened in the interim because no one really gave a fuck besides bro.